With the beautiful Puget Sound just to our west, you get a look inside Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington.
Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the San Francisco 49ers and the Seattle Seahawks.
This taken in about 4 yards deep. And he'll be brought down shy of the 20, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone, not a good one. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Down at the 34-yard line. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and putting the defense back on its heels.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here to his running back. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. The tackle by Eric Armstead. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Wilson. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
An incomplete pass on 2nd down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10. Play action. Now Wilson. He's got Lockett. He's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. That's a first down and then some. A 32-yard pickup.
Execution was one of their watchwords leading up to this one. And on that play, able to execute brilliantly here on this opening drive.
So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. Now Wilson. They're locked into the grab over the middle. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And they know he's going to be a handful.
And sometimes you game plan for that offensively. You want to make sure that guy touches the ball, and sometimes it just happens naturally. And then you change your game plan. When he has the hot hand, you keep going back to him because he's running routes with confidence as the game goes on.
From the red zone now, here's Wilson on 1st down. End zone caught. Touchdown, Seattle. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Seahawks take the ball down the field and score on the opening drive. Jason Myers now for the extra point. And this will give the Seahawks a 7-0 lead.
Makes the score Seahawks 7, 49ers 0.
The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away.
That's fielded on the back line of the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
25-yard line.
Play action. It's Carr. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, second down.
So many times we see teams go on the road and want to lean on their running game, but this crew just announced they're going to try and air it out and make hay downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw again. Carr. Hits his target. It's Taylor Gabriel. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. A gain of 13. It's a first down. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown given up.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Working from the gun, it's Carr. Looking for Ayuk, and he's got him. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. From the gun, it's Carr. Finding Gabriel, complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
So from Seahawk territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. To throw his Carr.
He'll get this into the hands of Mostert.
And he's taken down inside the 30. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
Nice little nifty play for him there. That's the ability to read a defense and utilize players that don't often get picked up in coverage easily. And I'm talking about being able to use the backside of the backfield. Because I know that when I used to cover, hey, we got everybody oh, he just snuck out there, and they just got a nice first down there.
What do we love to say? Get those backs into space, right? And they were able to do that there. Nice pickup on first down. Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Here's Mostert. And he's going to get this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Seahawks' 19-yard line. It's a 6-yard run, leaves him with about a foot or so here still to go to hit the marker with third down coming up. They'll try and run here with Mostert. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And that is going to be incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Seahawks are going to take over the football. Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though.
Way easier said than done. But they've got to try something because right now they're just cutting them to shreds.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And look at this. For the second straight play, the 49er defense drops him for a loss. He'll lose a yard on the play, so now they need 3 yards on third down.
Wilson. Going to throw right side here. Complete. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
Last play they got stuffed at the line. Different story here. Over 20 yards. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Going to give this time to the tailback. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
He's brought down at the 42-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Seahawks 7, 49ers nothing.
2nd and 4. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 37.
At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
Well, these two rivals played two of the better games in the NFL a season ago. You remember Week 17, it was Dre Greenlaw stopping Jacob Hollister at the 1 to preserve a 26-21 49er win. And that wound up both winning them the NFC West and earning them the #1 seed.
They're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. A nice gain of 21 yards.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
This is the Oklahoma State alum, Chris Carson. And he's going to get it inside the 10 to the 7-yard line. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. A great play there. His 14th touchdown now on the year. And the Seahawks find a way to stretch their lead. A strong, determined run there, Charles, to get in for 6 points.
This is why it's such a team game, isn't it? And I know it sounds really generic and it sounds almost trite, but the blocks were made up front, offensive line, collective victory at the line of scrimmage and downfield. And how about the finish to the run all the way into the end zone?
Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And on the last drive, they were in field goal range. They just opted not to kick it, didn't get it. How does that change the mentality this go-around?
I don't think it changes much for the head coach because this is what he...
And the defense loses him. It's complete. And now off to the races down the right side. Touchdown, 49ers.
Albert Okuebuna.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly for 6.
For as big and strong as some of these guys are, especially when you see them in full pads, it is sometimes hard to appreciate how truly fast they can move. That was incredible.
Gold able to tack on the extra point, and it's now 13-7.
Taken in the end zone. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. Now a handoff here to his running back. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
offensive linemen love creating space for their guys carrying the ball, but when that guy also breaks tackles and creates extra yardage, they almost feel like he's one of them, and they really embrace him.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And he'll be taken down right around the 34 after a pickup of only a yard. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. Give him the third down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down's important to them. They find a way to pick them up at a very good clip.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And he's going to drop this off to his fullback. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 11 yards there and a first down for Seattle.
I think the good offensive coordinators in the league now are looking at the fullback position and finding the right guys to hide in that spot and increase their passing game, as we just saw there. How about the run after catch? Racked him.
Well, yeah, whether it's a true fullback, a tight end you put in the fullback spot, you know they're going to be tough to bring down if you can get them the football in the passing game. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
For a lot of guys playing this game, there's no better feeling than running right through a tackle. He's able to lower his center of gravity and churn his legs for a really nice pickup.
Now a throw out to his fullback is complete. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
It's interesting because when I'm watching college football and I'm evaluating guys for the draft now, my list of fullbacks, pure fullbacks, it's a very short list. I'm probably evaluating more punters and kickers now than I am fullbacks. But it doesn't matter what you call the position, it's who you put there. And there we saw completion.
A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
He's tackled at the 29.
Not much on that run, Charles.
No, that's exactly the way to execute a run blitz there. They guessed correctly that they would move the ball on the ground, honed in on it, and stopped them. Mark that down for a win in the defense's column.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of a full 3 yards, and it brings up 4th down.
Obviously, the offense thought they had something going, but trying to go wide on a short yardage play. But how about the defense expecting something in the middle and still able to adjust and sprint to the edge and make the play?
A 49-yard attempt.
And that is not going to get there. Oh, he missed it short. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So a bit of a weird kick there. That wasn't an overly long attempt, but that never had a chance.
You almost wonder if he might have maybe got that one on the laces because it kind of knuckled on him a bit. And this one winds up in empty possession.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And last time the formula was pretty simple. One play drive, long pass. That maybe they just want to do that again, right?
And that's exactly how you want to draw things up. Whether it's on your grease board, right, in your playbook, one play drive's exactly what you want on offense. What they have to be careful of is not having a letdown. It was real easy last time. They can't expect that going forward.
And we'll see if it's that easy here. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. Mostert a first down carry, and this will wind up only getting him a couple, and it'll bring up second down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Open man, Taylor Gabriel. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4. From the gun now on third down, Carr. comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. Now, if you're going to get rid of it, you better get outside the pocket.
Yeah, you have to get outside of that tackle-to-tackle box, right? Get out there, and then you can do it legally, but he wasn't able to do so, and they end up losing the down as well.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. Hard to throw for it on 4th down.
Open man is Ayuk, complete.
And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco.
Brandon Ayuk.
His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Niners, if they can convert the extra point, they'll grab the lead. So the quarterback drops to throw, looks over, and boom, a guy that wide open, he has to be thinking, wait a minute, this is some kind of a dream. This is too easy.
Yeah, a great dream. One you don't want to wake up from. But for the defense, almost feels like there was a bust in coverage.
After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
23-yard line.
Here's the Seattle offense ready to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity.
It's caught inside the 25. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory.
Well, you normally talk about the mobility and the accuracy first, but the arm strength, that's what can turn Russ into danger Russ.
A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. He'll find Metcalf. And he will reach the 5-yard line before going out of bounds. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from. Working it
into a double team, and it's intercepted. A great read, and it's picked off. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. Oh, Charles, after that interception in the Super Bowl from the 1-yard line, I thought Pete Carroll would run it inside the 5 every time.
Sometimes I wonder if maybe Pete did want to run it inside the 5. But Russell Wilson, you know he's such a competitor that he doesn't want that interception to stand, that maybe he wanted to be in that spot and say, hold it a second. I can throw a touchdown pass. Instead, he's victimized again.
Well, indeed, trying to run it out as they start on the ground. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. And now they'll take a timeout defensively. After the second down play, they burn the timeout, making him sweat out the final few ticks here in the second quarter. Once again, they'll keep it on the ground. He's going to have the first down past the 20. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20, and he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So we have reached halftime here in what's an 8-point game. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And no fireworks to start the half. This will be a touchback.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now Mostert. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
That second down play call was not to pick up the first down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable third down because they had incompletion on first down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
Throwing his car on 3rd down. And that is incomplete.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here comes the 49ers punter now. And surprisingly, this is the first punt of the game for either team. It's a 43-yard punt, a return of 5. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10.
30-yard line.
Coming to the line here to begin their next drive, the Seahawks offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
It's a gain of 2. Brings up 3rd and 5.
Wilson.
He'll get that complete to Parkinson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. First down Seattle on a pickup of 13.
That's a play that will likely be forgotten when you talk about big moments in this game. But plays like this are critical to keep drives going. And if points result, we'll call this play significant.
And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
Receiver coaches preach to their guys all the time. Separation, that's what's going to make the play successful. That time there was very little, and I think they were actually fortunate that it was only knocked away and not intercepted.
Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. First down there on a pickup of 25.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive in a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field, and here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
They'll throw on first down with Wilson. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Chalk that up as their first sack in this game, and they tallied 4 a week ago.
And probably not as much exultation in that sack as what took us so long. Because when you get 4 the previous week, you're counting on continuing that momentum. They didn't get that done in the first half of the game. Let's see now if they start to bring even more exotic pressure towards the quarterback.
After the sack on first down, Wilson finding room to the 20. Looking middle, and that's complete. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 13-yard line. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. The linebacker, Fred Warner, right there on the coverage.
And that's a nice job there because you've got to play the ball, not the man when in coverage. That'll keep you away from a lot of needless penalties, and he's able to knock that one away.
2nd and 10 now. Wilson. And he finds Lockett in the end zone. Touchdown, Seattle. Tyler Lockett, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Seahawks a 2-point conversion away from tying the game. Pete Carroll in that familiar hands-on knees pose. His guys will go for 2 here. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jason Verrett.
It's interesting that when it comes to 2-point conversions, even heavy run teams tend to throw the ball in these situations. In this case, this one was intercepted.
Yeah, they weren't fooled. They were ready for the pass, picked it off. Looking up at the lights, and he muffs it.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. This is Mostert. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long.
And it's 3rd down.
Play action. Now it's Carr. Eluding the pressure right. Got his target, Samuel. And he will take this into enemy territory as he's out of bounds on the other side of midfield. A big 3rd down play there for the Niners. 41 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Carr. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The number 1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the linebacker, Bobby Wagner. And a return across midfield and to the 46-yard line.
Well, the timing is everything on a route like this. He tried to drive that football into a tight spot. And if you're a little early or a little late, chances are there's going to be someone there. And sure enough, this one's going the other way.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30.
And that one heck of a run right there. Once he got loose, you could tell that he was going to run a long way. That was pretty impressive.
And there's an old chestnut of an expression called getting on your horse. And I hate to use it, but I'm going to right here because it absolutely applies. How about the head of steam he had behind him? He was absolutely galloping downfield. That was something to see.
Right back to him on 1st down. And he'll be out of bounds. That one 28 yards on the ground. What did you see there on the defensive side? What allowed that good-sized run?
Well, they're in a cover 2 alignment, which means your 2 safeties are back away from the line of scrimmage. So if you can match up your blocking at the line, at the point of attack, there's usually some room, a big gap between that 2nd level and 3rd, and that's what they were able to exploit.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he will take this one in for the Seattle touchdown.
Oh, yeah!
A great effort there. His 2nd touchdown of the night. And the Seahawks are going to retake the lead. He's given him a little jolt, just gave him the lead there, but 2 TDs now in the game.
And that jolt puts them in the lead. What a terrific job by him. He is carrying the ball and simply saying, I want to to win.
And now he's hoping his defense has that mentality as they try to hang on to that lead.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway.
And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
He rifles one that's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.
Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now,
It's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offensive coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
A loss of a yard brings up 2nd and 11 at the 38-yard line.
On 2nd and 11 now. Wilson throwing right, and that's complete. And he will be taken down, but a big pickup there on what's going to be the final play of the 3rd quarter. Back now in Seattle, Washington. It's the Seahawks with the possession. They also have the lead here as we get set for the 4th and final quarter. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now a handoff here to his running back. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. Another strong gain on the last 2 plays. They've moved it a combined 33 yards. So 1st and goal, 6 points here would go a long way toward wrapping this one up. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal. The line of scrimmage, once again, the 5 as they get ready for 2nd and goal. Now it's Wilson. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
And for a 3rd time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off at the 17. And he'll get this back down to about the 12-yard line. Between last week and this week, that's now 8 interceptions. 5 a week ago, now 3 here.
Well, he is so lucky that one of the defense coordinators I played for, a man named Ken Donahue, is not there right now. Because he saw that happen during his coaching career. And he grabbed the quarterback in the midst of a streak like this and said, tell you what, son, why don't you throw it to the defensive guys, and let's see if our receivers can intercept it.
Well, he's got to figure something out because the current formula's not working. Flush to his right. And he's going to keep it here. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's 2nd down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
They're looking at a 2nd and 8 now from the 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll work free from 1 tackle, but that's about all as he's taken down. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6.
3rd and 6.
There's Wilson to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Jason Verrett. It's a foot race. 30, 20, and into the end zone. A pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
Get ready!
This game, it's been defensively oriented on both sides, so I guess it stands to reason that the play of the game comes on defense.
So it's my kind of game. You know that.
That's
Anytime
right.
we have a
That's
defensive battle, but that, as you said, it stands to reason that's the way the game.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Do you have one of those charts that tells you to go for two or go for one?
I don't. I know you do, but I don't care what the chart says there. You got to kick it, right?
I agree totally, because somewhere the chart's something's gonna pop out of the chart and say, hey man, just get the extra point here. You're in good shape. I think they were chasing points there when they didn't need to.
Yeah, try to get a little bit greedy, take the lead in the fourth quarter. Now they still trail by one. Back to the air, Wilson after the pick six. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. They'll contain him to just 4, second down.
Well, offensively, that's the mismatch that you want. You want to force a linebacker to try and cover your back out of the backfield, out in some open space. The linebackers nowadays, they run like backs, and they take a lot of pride in covering. What a nice play he made there in the open field.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Here's Wilson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And that's one of those plays where it's hard to keep two eyes on the football when you know the contact's coming, let alone getting two hands around it, hugging it to your body, and absorbing the hit. Even for those big tight ends who you would think could absorb that contact.
The Seahawks on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This will be 3rd and 6. Here's Wilson. Open man is Metcalf. He's got it. And they've got it well across midfield down to the 40 before it's all said and done. That's a first down with a cherry on top, 31 yards.
Well, this is where an offense needs to show what it's made of, and in fact, where a quarterback needs to show what he's made of, trying to engineer a fourth quarter comeback, and he hits a big one right there.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the Niners' 39-yard line.
Now Wilson. Flushed out right. He's going to take off with it. Shreds the tackle. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35-yard line. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a 3rd down.
Brings up 3rd and 3.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. A strong 8 yards will keep this drive rolling.
Brandon, this can be so demoralizing for a defense. They've had 2 opportunities to get off the field. They haven't gotten it done. So now your coordinator is going to call every blitz that he has, any type of exotic, something that they haven't seen before. And he's also telling the defensive lineman, don't worry about holding people up. Just get in gaps and try and make a big play.
And not only not getting off the field on 2 opportunities, clock continuing to run. Well, we had a number of good games in the afternoon sessions, but this Sunday nighter might top them all. So we come up here on 1st and 10.
And he'll give it here to his running back. Oh, no, he lost the football. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line. He has been a workhorse for them in this game, and ball security hasn't been an issue until that point.
Yeah, and let's face it, when he's going to carry the ball that many times, he becomes more and more of a target for the defense, knowing that he's going to be the primary guy. They'll just send more and more players towards him, trying to make sure they knock the ball free.
Fourth quarter, 2 minutes on the clock, in a tight one-point game.
So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. This a very important drive, and that incompletion leads to a very important third down here if they're going to try and get the football back.
Yeah, getting it back, absolutely crucial to their chances to try and win this game. I would expect a lot of pressure here. They can't afford to let them continue to get first downs and eat away at the clock.
An important play right here, 3rd and 10.
And I would expect pressure here.
Able to haul it in is Kittle. And they nearly get this all the way to midfield. Mark him down at the 49. 27 yards there on a very nice third down conversion.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he's up across midfield and down into Seattle territory. Now the Seahawks going to use the first of their timeouts as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up 2nd and 7. Carr to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down.
Have to give some credit to the defender on that when he read all of his keys perfectly and got a great break on the ball and able to force that incompletion.
Facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. Back to throw, Carr. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
And there's a good opportunity to just want to ride there. A drop pass. I guess that's why they call them running backs and not catching backs.
And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now Carr. And that is incomplete. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And this defense is going to get the football back near midfield, right at the 48. Here's the Seattle offense. offense ready to get this drive underway. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time,
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's Carson. Brushing off defenders. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. Another first down, this time on a gain of 19.
We can't be totally sure that that was by design, but we do know that a lot of kickers like the ball in the right hash in order to kick the field goal.
They run it with Carson. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 12-yard line.
Now here's a timeout, as they will indeed call it with 5 seconds to go and a chance with a field goal to win the game. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers. And the clock will now stop as a timeout is called with 5 seconds left. So now this one will rest on the right foot of Jason Myers.
29-yard attempt.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And it's celebration time on that sideline as they have taken the lead in the final seconds. So it's not quite over yet, but you have to figure they pretty well got this one on ice now.
And Brandon, I'm trying to figure out how they remain so calm in these situations and then go out and execute, because I'm up here shaking like a leaf, and I wasn't one who had to make that kick.
They look calm, but I bet if you had a heart rate monitor on it, it'd be up in the 300s right there. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happening.
And, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Trey Flowers picks it.